Coming up, an update on the WSU shooting at Aspen Heights. Has the suspect been caught?
And what big new comedy is filming in Pullman? Find out here on Murrow News 8.
Welcome back to Murrow News 8. I'm Jet Hatch.
And I'm Alex Dorfler.
At the bottom of the hour but the top of the news, the man who was at large for shooting a Washington State football player in the abdomen is now in custody. The 20-year-old University of Washington student, Ja'Cory Buchanan, was captured by Seattle police and booked into the King County Jail. The victim, Ulisan, or Sony Falialo, is a WSU redshirt offensive lineman who told police he was there to act as security for the event. The victim then stated Buchanan assaulted a girl in the backyard of the event, which led to the fight.
Falialo is currently in the hospital with his family. The Cougar football team visited him in the hospital over the weekend and this week as well. Here, Coach Jimmy Rogers on his status and the situation.
Yeah, he is recovering. Obviously, we're happy that he's able to recover because it was a really serious deal, and you're going to have to continue to ask Pullman Police because there's an investigation going on, and I'm not going to speak too much about it. I'm just happy Sonny's alive. He's a great kid, by the way.
Falialo is expected to make a full recovery.
On the topic of campus security, we sent our reporter, Peyton Yager, to take a deeper dive into a popular WSU hooligan.
College campuses across the nation are under attack. Recently, an internet trend has caused an influx of vandals urinating in public on campus grounds, often next to statues and landmarks. Sadly for those on the Palouse, WSU Pullman is no exception, with their own Pullman pisser. Some argue we shouldn't take it too seriously.
Well, at the end of the day, it's not too crazy. I think it's funny. It's super gross, but it is funny, and it's not hurting anyone. So I don't think it's we need to catch this guy immediately kind of situation.
Others find the actions disrespectful.
This is really a gross respect to places that are important to our WSU community.
One thing is for certain, college campus statues are not safe with these vandals on the loose.
I'm at the location where the Pullman pisser most recently staked his claim. See, the Pullman pisser operates at night when there are no witnesses around to see him, similar to all the other pissers across the country. A strategy that has worked well, but could be risky, says Assistant Pullman Campus Police Chief Harry Smith.
With basically a fine, but then you could be looking at jail time on the misdemeanor level, and that's just under the city ordinance. But then when you look at state law, you have, if by chance they do end up causing any damage to any university property through these activities, there could be charges for malicious mischief in the third degree, which is a gross misdemeanor, public nuisance, which is also a crime. But I think the most severe one, and that they're probably not considering, is that this could potentially be a violation of the indecent exposure statute.
While some have been caught, such as the UTSA pisser, others insist on continuing their ways for clicks, causing Smith to remind students that it takes all of us to do our part for campus security. Peyton Yager, reporting in Pullman, Murrow News 8.
An inmate was taken off of life support and passed away yesterday. On September 16th, they were found unresponsive in their cell and were transported to the hospital where they are in critical condition. Out of respect for the privacy of the inmate and their family, the sheriff's office is not planning on releasing any further information.
The city of Pullman has settled with former administrator Mike Urban after his employment dispute. According to a settlement document received by Pullman Radio News, the city has paid Urban $220,000. The dispute was from Urban being put on administrative leave, being allowed back into work after an investigator cleared Urban of any allegations, and Urban never returning.
The National Weather Service has issued a fire weather watch and a red flag warning due to Thursday's weather. A dry cold front is expected to hit tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m. with winds expected to reach up to 40 miles per hour. This can promote rapid fire spread to any new or ongoing fires.
On the same topic of fires, the ongoing White Pine Fire in North Latah County is at 78% containment. Just yesterday, it was at only 58% containment. The U.S. Forest Service has spent $1.4 million fighting this fire.
And there's a movie being filmed in Pullman. We sent our reporter Kaya Bonilla to get a closer look.
I'm here at Airway Golf Center, where a movie is being filmed right behind me. The movie is called Mick Skylark, Mini Golf Prodigy. Impractical Joker star James Murray, also known as Murr, will be playing the role as Harry Johnson. At the moment, there is an IMDb page on it, but not much is known about the movie itself. Reporting in Pullman, Kaya Bonilla for Murrow News 8.
A late-night host returns from his show being taken off the air, and he had a few things to say about it.
And Pullman's weather just can't decide what to do. More on that with Cassidy in the next segment.
No matter where you look, the state of the world's getting worse. Oceans full of plastic, an endless amount of waste, an impossible task ahead of fixing our beloved planet. But change can't happen if you do nothing. So here's where you should start. Reduce. Why? Because Americans produce more than 200 million tons of waste every year, and you don't want to add to that. Reuse. Why? Because reusing and repurposing cuts back on unnecessary waste, and it gives things a chance at new life. Recycle. Why? Because recycling creates jobs. It helps our community and it helps our planet. And after doing all this, what will we be left with? We'll be left with a planet that will slowly start to heal. We'll be left with more money in our pockets. We'll be left with more opportunity for work. And most importantly, we're left with hope for the future. So reduce, reuse, recycle.
Jimmy Kimmel returned to the air on Tuesday after being suspended by ABC for making comments about Charlie Kirk's death. In his opening monologue, he expressed remorse.
I want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human, and that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
After this, Kimmel expressed disagreement with ABC for taking him off the air in the first place, and made defiant comments toward President Trump about him wanting Kimmel to be canceled. So, Cassidy, I've heard it's supposed to be sunny this week. What do you...
We've got a sunny week ahead. The weather's pretty bipolar, though, so we'll be looking forward to that. Today, we do have a high of 84, so staying in that warmer range. Our low is going to be 54, so getting colder in those evenings. You can shut off that AC, folks. Wind speed's going to be 4 miles per hour, but tomorrow is really what I want to focus on. We do have those red flag fire warnings. Those wind speeds will get up to 30 miles per hour. Fires can start suddenly and without warning. Be cautious when it comes to cars, fires, campfire grills as well. Moving on to across the state, we see much of the same types of temperatures. In Olympia, we're seeing highs in the mid to low 70s. Seattle, we're going to be in the upper 60s. If we look into our hot spots of the state, they're going to be much of the same. We have a lot of sunshine this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then on Monday, we're going to get a little bit of moisture, but it's going to be 51 and 50s for the rest of our lows, so feeling like fall. All right, back to you at the desk.
It's only happened twice since Y2K, and the Seattle Mariners are doing it again. What they accomplished, coming up next.
And a little update on the ghost of Cougar past, all coming up on Murrow News 8 Sports.
I'm Blaine Akers with your sports. The excitement is just beginning for the Mariners. After a thrilling comeback in the 8th inning where Josh Naylor hit a double to clear the bases, the Mariners have officially clinched a playoff spot. But they're still hungry for more. Now, all the Mariners need to do is win tonight or have the Astros lose and to clinch the AL West and secure a first-round bye in the playoffs for the first time since 2001. WSU women's soccer takes on Seattle U tonight at 7 p.m. at the lower soccer field. Seattle U is currently unbeaten with a 4-0-4 record. The WSU women's tennis team travels back from Cary, North Carolina to host the Cougar Classic this weekend. The event will be held at the WSU outdoor tennis courts. Oklahoma quarterback and Heisman frontrunner John Mateer will miss about a month after suffering a broken bone in his throwing hand. According to ESPN Pete Thamel, Dr. Stephen Shin, one of the country's leading hand and wrist surgeons, will perform Mateer's surgery Wednesday in Los Angeles. Former WSU Cougs had success in this week in the NFL. Jalen Watson recorded 7 tackles and an interception in the Chiefs' 22-9 win over the Giants on Sunday Night Football. Chow Smith-Wade had a pick 6 and 5 tackles in the Panthers' 30-0 shutout win over the Falcons. Frankie Louvu recorded 7 tackles in the Commanders' 41-24 win over the Raiders, and Jalen Thompson recorded 6 tackles in the 16-15 loss to the Niners. Well, tomorrow kicks off week 4 of the NFL season. We have a Thursday night NFC West bird matchup between the 2-1 Seattle Seahawks and 2-1 Arizona Cardinals. This is the first of the 2 matchups between the 2 teams this season. The second will be on week 10. Whoever wins this will overcome the other in the NFC West standings.
A mansion, a musical performance. We've got a musical event tonight that just might pick your guys' interest coming up next. The McConnell Museum in Moscow is hosting an event this evening of musical history. Tonight at 7 p.m., it'll feature 2 restored melodeons, an instrument kind of like an accordion, with performances on those instruments by Elwood and Deborah Collins. The event is free to enter. Do you guys think that you could play that?
There is no way I could play that. I don't think.
My grandma played the accordion, and I've actually inherited it after she passed away. So maybe I'll take my pick at accordion and see if I can go and translate my skills over to the, what was it called, melodeon?
A melodeon.
A melodeon. What do you think, Blaine? Could you play the melodeon?
No, no way. No way could I do that. Anyone that's willing to pick that up is a braver soul than I. So
absolutely. Have you ever heard someone play the accordion? They're quite
no,
interesting
I haven't.
objects.
But I'll tell you, my instrument is vocals, and that's all we got tonight. Thank you. And this was Murrow News 8.